So I think that the challenge for museums, particularly collecting institutions, is that from the museum's perspective, the purpose of the institution is to support the artist through collecting their objects. And that's the primary purpose of the institution, that the collection of the object and its historicization in the context of the other objects that are historicized by the museum collection creates enormous value for the artist. And of course it does. However, when it comes to an artist like Tanya Aguiñiga, whose work is collectively produced and who has a deep investment in working people here in the community of Los Angeles, I do think that collecting objects doesn't really go far enough, and that the institution has a responsibility to the public to also expand its economic support of individual named artists in a way that covers more of the kinds of collective labor that the artist is tapping into. So I do think that in Tanya's case, she's particularly adept because she's created AMBOS, which is a collective that allows for her to redistribute some of her income through traditional art sources toward people who don't benefit economically from their participation in her social art practice. And that's really key because she is working with low-income women. I do think that it would be very interesting for a museum, particularly one like the Fowler, that is a public institution and part of a public university, to explore other ways, perhaps through connections with other departments that already do socially embedded practice here on campus or off campus, through the campus, and think about ways that the institution can materially support these communities right now. I think it's a great conversation that can be had, and I'm glad that artists like Tanya Aguiñiga are present and prepared to have it.